Can you see me? Hi everyone, good afternoon. Good afternoon everyone, how are you all? So here I am. Good evening everyone, can you see me? Now I hope that you can see me, right? I hope that you can just see my skull. Yes, good evening. No, not good evening actually. It's the good afternoon. Only my face, right? Partially. Yes, everyone. Welcome to an amazing session where we'll be learning about our human skeleton, right? And of course, the other things that we have. So, welcome to the class and we'll have a lot more fun today. So, get ready, everyone, to have an amazing session. And along with that, we will be definitely learning, right? So quickly give me a thumbs up and tell me that all of you are ready. Yes? Very good. Yes. I can see so many of you here. Very amazing, everyone. We'll try all of these amazing things in classes, right? Yes, of course, that's a different sign that why you can just see my skull only and not the other body parts. But yeah, we'll be looking into that and let's quickly start our session. Yes. Yeah, right? The ghost. Yes. So let's quickly start our session. And here we go. And yes. Now, of course, you can see me completely, right? With my hands. Awesome. It's a skeleton party today. Yes. So let's start our session. Now, of course, from the topic, you can easily make out that what we'll be learning in today's class. So basically, it's the explorer, right? So just everyone, put your thinking cap on. And we will be learning about the human skeletal system. Yes, it will be super fun. And yes, let's see what we have in store. So as you all know, we have these amazing sessions going on, right? Where we are learning, right? We have the science project, we have level up sessions for you, and we have Explorer Club. So all of these are happening in our summer break, so that's a good thing. And I hope that you've joined the Telegram group. I just posted about the Mr. Skeleton. Very good. I can see many of you actually saw the post over there. Yes, so of course Telegram group is really very important for all of us to stay connected. We will be sharing our revision questions, homework questions, and most importantly, the session notes. Okay, everyone, so let's start our session. There are a few things I want from you, right? A very easy peasy things that we have. Share your thoughts. You can write your thoughts about it. You can write your doubts over here and we'll be discussing that. Then, of course, give thumbs up and make a smiley chain if you got the concept. And, of course, listen actively and do answer your teacher. Awesome. Now, let's start, everyone. So, over here, what we have. Oh, look at her. She is Meera. Suddenly, she just fell, okay? And she got the fracture. So, quickly tell me in the chat box that how many of you have, got the fractured. I have. When I was in 3rd class, I fractured my arm over here. Hi everyone. I'm sorry I'll not be able to take the names. In between, I'll try my best to take the names. So many of you are here, so please, sorry from my side for that. I can see never, me, no ma'am. Okay. So yeah, if you have experienced a fracture right over here, it's not so great feeling, right? Of course. And of course, if someone asks you what happened to Meera, we know that she broke her, bones. Now, that's a very easy thing we all are aware of. Now, can you tell me what are bones? That's very good if you got no fractured. That's amazing. I got it when I was playing, when I was in 3rd class. Yeah. Yes. I do remember all of you. Yes, no issues. So, quickly tell me, what is bone, right? And of course, when we talk about it, we usually hear people telling, our bone got fractured or there's a fracture, right? I can see the answers. Bones are made up of calcium. So over here we have the bone. And when we talk about the bone, we know that it is a living tissue of the human body and provide the strength to the body. It is a type of connective tissue, right? And of course, made of the calcium. And I can see a lot of you mentioning that it gives us the shape to the body, right? That's very good, everyone. You all are aware about that. Amazing. It provides the strength. It provides the skeleton framework to the body. Very good. Very good. Awesome. So we are clear that what are bones, right? Now over here, let's see the human. Now of course, over here we have the human. Now of course, just beneath the skin that we see, what we have? We have the muscles, right? What we have? We have the muscles. And beneath these muscles, we have our skeletal system. Over here, we have the Mr. Skeleton with us, right? So, we have the human skeletal system. Now, this actually provides us with the framework, right? Onto which our muscles will get attached, right? And of course, onto muscles, we have our layers of the skins, right? And of course, that's how we have the whole skeletal system. So, are we clear about which is there, right? And how is the placement? We have the skin over here at the top, then we have the muscular system, the muscles, and then of course beneath that we have our skeletal system. Very good. I can see that you are sharing the information. That's amazing. So are we clear up to here, everyone? That's a very important thing. Are we clear up to here? Very good. Very good. Thumbs up. Awesome. Skeleton over here. Yes. Hi, everyone. Yes, this is our Mr. Skeleton over here. And of course, along with him, right, along with let's just not give a gender to it. So along with this skeleton, we'll be learning about our skeletal system. Yes. Hello. Yes. So I hope that you can see the skeleton, right? And let's quickly start with it. Now we have different types of bones and we are starting with the first over here. Now can you see this skull? Yes. Over here. Now this skeleton is a little bit shy, so it's not, looking towards the camera. But of course, if we can ask him or ask her, gender neutral, we have it, the skull, right? It's not real. It's made up of plastic. Yeah? Let's not get scared. It's made up of plastic. It's definitely not real. So over here we have the skull, right? That's really very important for our body. It protects our brain, right? It protects our brain. Then of course we have this joint. Can you name this joint? Ha 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 ha. So in our skull we have all the joints that have joined together, right? We don't see the bones in the skull are moving. So that's a fixed joint, we can say over there. Or we can say immovable joint. And then of course this is the jaw, right? Now this is the only part which is movable, right? That is the only part which is movable. Now that part of course is the mandible over here, right? That's really very important. Now that is the mandible. Now let's move towards the lower part, right? Now everyone just put your hands up and put your hand on the collar. I'm sure you have heard about the collar bone, right? Can you see this? This one over here. These two, 1 and 2 are the collar bones. Yes, I can see those of few of you joining us now. Don't worry. You're welcome to the class. You can go back and watch it again. Yes, amazing. Yes, we have the collar bone, right? So we have one collar bone on the each side. So 1 and 2. Then if you turn it back, we have this shoulder blade, right? Called as a scapula. Can you see this? Shoulder blade. It's like a blade, right? And over here, that's the shape of the shoulder blade we have. Don't worry about the names. We will be sharing the PPT, right? We will be getting the notes. And of course, we'll have a slide also. You can take a screenshot of that. No worries, right? So these are the shoulder blades. Now, if you can see this, these are the vertebra, right? Vertebral column over here. It's really very amazing, right? So this actually helps us to stand, to lie down, right? The spine, if this is not there, the backbone is not there, will not be able to stand properly. Are we clear, everyone? Yes, are we clear? Yes, very good. The backbone, right? So we have this. It starts from there and of course goes up to this over here. And of course, can you see this part, right? We usually call it the bone. This, the tail part of it, right? We have that saying that, this was now, of course, it's the vestigial part. Initially in our ancestor, it was a tail. Very good. Now let's ask skeleton to turn around. Yes, so till now we have discussed about the skull. We'll discuss about this movable joint, right? The mandible over here. Then we talked about the collarbone and the shoulder blade. And we talked about the vertebral column. Now, yes. Now let's talk about the ribs cage. Can you quickly tell me the number of ribs we have? Right? rib cage, right? Rib cage over here. So basically this rib cage helps in providing the protection to the internal organs. We have our lungs over there and we have the heart, right? Very good. Yes, 12 over here, and there are floating ribs also. Very good, everyone. 12 in pairs, amazing. Awesome. So we have these, right? And they will be providing the protection. Now these over here, if you can see a joint over here, which is called as a sternum. Can you see this part from here till here? That is the sternum, right? Or also called as a breastbone. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are attached directly, and the rest 8, 9 and 10 are attached to over here, to the sternum. Very good, very good. I'm so proud of you. You're mentioning about the floating ribs also. Over here, there are two ribs which are floating. Rib number 11 and rib number 12. Why we call them as floating rib? Because they are not connected and they're like this, right? They're just floating. Yes. So are we clear? Very good. Very good for sharing the numbers with us. Yes. Awesome. 11 and 14 are the floating ribs. Over here we have the rib cage, and over here we can see the floating rib. See over here? These are the two floating ribs we have. Okay. Now, yes, that's absolutely correct. We can easily break them. Yes. Very good. Now let's talk about the hand. Yes. So over here, this particular bone that we have, right? The biggest bone that we have over here in the hand is the humerus. Right, we have the radius and the ulna in the hands over here. Yes, and of course we have the different bones in the wrist also. Ta-da-da. Right? So in an all, if we total, right, if we count the number of bones that we have in the arm, there are, so we have 10 over here, total 10 in the shoulders, right, and in the arm. We have 16 over here and 38 in the hands, so total is 64 bones in the arm. Yes, very good. So over here we have the carpals, metacarpals and the phalanges, and over here we have 5 bones over here. Right? Very good. Humerus, radius and ulna. So are we clear with the bones name, right? Humerus over here, radius, ulna, we have carpals, metacarpals, and the tiniest one that we have over here is the phalanges. Very good, everyone. So we are cleared with the upper part, right? We are clear with the upper part of the body. Yes. 2 longest bone in the human skeleton, you have to tell me the answer. Yes, it is the complicated name, but it's really very easy. Yes. Don't worry if you are struggling, we will show you the proper names of it, and then of course we can quickly revise it. Very good. Now it's time for us to move to the leg, and unfortunately I can't show you like this, but yeah. So this the skeleton is really very friendly, and of course he just we can say sorry to him or her about it. So over here we have the largest bone, which is the femur, right? Very good. The largest bone is the femur, right, which is there in the thighs. Then of course we have a very special kneecap. Can you quickly name the kneecap? Yes. What is a kneecap called as? Of course, we call it as kneecap, but we have a name which starts with P. And that name is really very funny, but yeah, it's an interesting name. Quickly tell me, what is the another name of the kneecap? Very good, Nidhi. I can see that answer. Very good, Science Fi. Very good, Aditya, Nidhi, Aradhana, Mahesh. I'm sorry, I can't take it now. All of you are writing. Very good. That is the patella. Absolutely correct. That is the kneecap over here, that is the patella. Very good. Then of course we have the tibia and the fibula, and of course in the leg we have tarsals, metatarsals and the phalanges, right? You don't have to be scared, just made of plastic. It doesn't have a gender, right? It just, see, it's helping us in learning about the human skeletal system. We should be thankful, right? So of course the skeleton is our friend. Yes, very good. Yeah, patella sound like the Nutella. Yes, that's what we can remember, right? A good food that we'll all remember about. Yes. Awesome. So are we clear with this? Right? Awesome. Now, apart from that, we have the pelvic girdle, right, or the pelvis bone over here that you can see on both the sides. Hip bone right over here. On both the sides, we have this. Okay. Now I can see that many of you want to note down the names of the bones. So let's quickly go there and let's look at the slide and we'll be writing the names. Over here we have. So let's quickly revise everyone, right? Let's quickly revise with it. Sorry, yeah, I'll just move over here. So I hope that everyone can see the screen. Now I'll just move aside. Everyone quickly take a screenshot of it, right? Quickly take a screenshot of it. It's important so that you will remember it. Very good, very good. Yes, you will be getting the session notes and let's quickly look at the questions. Not look at the question, let's look at the bone. So we have the skull, right, of course. Then of course we have the mandible, this joint which is movable, right? Then we have the clavicle which is the collarbone over here. We have the scapula, of course, let me just put it in yellow. That is a shoulder bone and we call it as the scapula. Let me write it over here. Scapula, right? And I'm just adding a dotted line so that you have a clarity for this. Very good. That's very good. Then we have the rib cage. We know that. We have humerus, the longest bone in the arm. Right over here we have the humerus. Then we have sternum, the breastbone. Let me just put it in yellow. Onto which the rib cage will be attached. We have ribs, right? So we have 12 number of ribs on each side, 24 in total, 12 pairs. 11 and 12 are floating ribs, rest all are joint. Very good, everyone. Yes, awesome. I hope that you are paying attention. Yes. Then we have the radius and the ulna in the hand over here, right? And we have carpals, metacarpals and the phalanges in the hand. That's all about the hand we have. Yes. Okay, I can see that you have named the skeleton. That's amazing. That's good. Moving to the leg part now, we have the pelvis, right? We have in the legs, we have the tarsals, right? Let me just write over here. We have the tarsals in the leg, right over here. Metatarsals. And then we have femur, the longest bone that is there in the thigh. Then we have tibia and we have the fibula. Okay. Everyone, are we clear? You can quickly take a screenshot of this also. I've added few names, right? And we will move. I want all of you to focus over here in class and not just spam. Yes. Very good. Right? Apart from that, I have to tell you something really very interesting. Now, let me tell you something about this hyoid, right? This is important. Can you see over here that I've written? Now, this is a particular bone, we can say, or a joint that is not connected. Basically, it's a bone that is not connected, right? It's not connected to the any other bones. And we have it over here at the, where we have the tongue, right? That small part, like this. So, there's a very interesting fact about it. Yes? No issues. Welcome to the class. Are we clear, everyone? Yes, yes. Very good. Yes, in tongue. Awesome. So, we are clear with this, right? Very good. So, are we clear with all of this? Right? I hope that you have taken a screenshot. So, can we move ahead now? Yes? Let's move ahead. So, at least we are a little bit aware about the different types of bones we have in our body, right? We have named them. We are clear, right, about them. And of course, we are clear that how all of this is working. Very good. Now comes a very important part about something really important. Now, I can do this, right? I can rotate my neck like this. I can rotate my arms like this. Can you tell me why I can do this all, right? What is the amazing phenomena? What is helping in my body in the movement? Yes, I can do a dance, up, down. Yes, very good. Yes, very, very good, everyone. We are talking about the joints. So now that we are clear about the different types of bones in our body, we will be talking about the joints that actually help us in the movement of the body, right? So let's quickly get started with that. Here we have our skeletal system, right? Over here we have interesting one. Now, of course, if we, have again over here we have a boy, or we can name it anything, but yeah, just a boy over here. Now, of course, we can do a lot of movement. All of us, you and I, can also do the movements, right? So do it along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's interesting, right? Yeah, it just feels good when you stretch your bones, right? Stretch your joints, bones. Very good. I can see that you are naming this particular boy over here. Interesting. So that you will remember this. Now, of course, we can, stretch our hands. We can do that movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm sure all of us have seen a lot of moves, right? So, over here, we know that we'll be discussing about the joints. And there are different joints in the human body that actually help us in the movement. Now, I can see many of you have answered already about the different types of joints, right? Let's quickly go ahead and discuss more further. So, we have the joints, of course, where 2 or more bones will be meeting, and that actually help in the skeletal system, right? And let's quickly discuss about the different types of it. Yes, we have Alex in the BYJU'S classes, yes. Very good, everyone. I'm really sorry if I'm missing out your name. I really want to interact with you, but there are so many of you. I'll not be able to take specific name out, but I can see your messages and I feel good about that. You're learning along with us. And there are few spammers over here. I would request, please don't do that. We all are here for learning. Very good. So we are clear with this, and now let's quickly discuss about 3 different types of joint. Now this is important from the exam point of view also. So for all of us who are here, and if you want to focus, right, apart from the learning, we should be focusing on the concept that we have and write the answer that we'll be writing in the examination. So here we have 3 different types of joints. What we have? Freely movable. So they can move freely, right? We have partially movable joints, which basically partially move. Then we have immovable joints, really very rigid, and they will not be moving, right? So let's quickly look into that. Here we go. So when we talk about the freely movable joint, we have gliding joint, hinge joint, pivot joint, and ball and socket joint. In partial movable joint, we have the joints that we have in the vertebral column, right, at the back. In the vertebral column, right, we have spine which is slightly movable or partially movable, and immovable joints we have in the skull. So remember this, everyone. This is there in the backbone. If I write over here, right, and we have the immovable joints in the skull. Right, I think someone asked that how many bones we have in the skull. So there are 22 bones. Yes, are we clear? Are you 2 longest bone in the human skeleton? One, of course, is the femur, which is there in our thighs. Apart from that, a little bit lesser, we have the bone that we have in our arms, right, over here, which is the humerus. Yes. Awesome. Now let's quickly take a look at the freely movable joint. We have pivot joint, hinge joint, saddle joint, and of course we have the ball and socket. Let's quickly look at that. So we know that ball and socket is there in our arms, right? You can do this, right, everyone? I know that all of us can do like this when we take a long stretch, right? We can definitely do this. Ball and socket joint are there in our elbow over here. So can you see over here the movement? Now, if we can have the skeleton over here, that will be great, so that we can, discuss along with the skeleton. So if we can move back to the skeleton, please. Yes. So you tell me, right? So we have this. Now we have the ball and socket joint over here. Now I will be just naming it. You have to tell me. Ball and socket joint, where we have? In the shoulder over here, right? See over here? Yes, right? So we can rotate our arm like this. It's a ball and socket joint. Very good. Yes? Very good, everyone. Now let me just 1 minute. Yeah. Then we have, where we have we have one more in the legs also, right? Over here. The kneecap wala portion. That actually help us to kick the balls, right? Very good. Now, then let's talk about the pivot joint. Now, of course, this over here will not be able to move its skull, but we can, right? See over here? That's because of the pivot joint, right? We have the pivot joint in the neck. So we can rotate it like this, right? Okay, let's just hold this. right? We can rotate it like this. Yes. Very good. Yes, pivot joint over there, right? Then of course we have the hinge joint, which of course there is in the kneecap. So for that also we will move it aside, right? Over here, hinge joint, right? Yeah, I think I just said it, I got confused with this. So yeah, hinge joint we have in the knee over here, right? Yes. Hinge joint is in the kneecap. So that's of course over here, we'll be able to move. See over here? This one. So in hinge joint, of course, the movement is happening only in one direction, like this. Yes, that's the hinge joint. Over here, this will be moving like this. Yes. So it's a very interesting concept, and why we can't move it, it's pain, because, you know, the muscles, the cartilage that are there are, you know, are sore. That's why we don't, when we move it, we feel the pain. Yes. We are clear, right? And what else we remain with? We have the gliding joints in the hand, like over here in the wrist. Okay? So let's thank skeleton, and let's go back to the PPT, right? And of course, let's quickly look at the notes that we have over here. So we have the ball and socket joint, of course, in the shoulder, right over here. And that's how the movement will occur. It's like throughout, basically, you can rotate your arm like this, right? So that's the ball and socket joint. Then, of course, we have the pivot joint, which is like back and forth, right? And of course, sideways also, it's a pivot joint. And this is how it all occurs. So it's nice. Our neck can rotate like this. Then we have the movement, like how it is placed, right, like this. Let's talk about the hinge joint over here. We have it in the elbow, right? It moves forward and backward, yes. And we have the hinge joint in the kneecap also, where it moves front and back. Kamlesh, that I don't know, that you have to tell me. Yes, an interesting question though. So we have the working of the hinge joint over here. Yes. Oh, I can see a very interesting question asked by Disha. The smallest bone. Oh, there are few bones that we can't see, right? We have the bones in the ear. Yes, we have the few bones in the ear. And in the ear, we have the smallest bone. That is the stapes. Very good. And of course, over here, the last joint that we discuss is the gliding joint over here. And that's how the movement will be happening. Yes, very good. So we are clear with this, right, everyone? Very good, Aditya. Yes, oh, thank you, Aditya, for helping. Yes, kids, are you fighting? That's what the chat is going on, and there are friends who are trying to help you. Let's not fight over there. Yes. So we are clear with the different types of joints, right? Quickly name them. We have the gliding joint, right? We have the pivot joint. We have the hinge joint. And of course, we have the first joint was the ball and socket joint. So we are clear with that, along with the examples. Now, let me ask you a very interesting question. There is one more joint in the body, but it can't move. Can you tell me the name of the joint that can't move? We have already discussed it out, right? And where it is present, a joint which can't move. Yes, quickly tell me. Jaw, skull, very good. So we have a very interesting joint that we have in the skull, right over here. If you can see over here, there are a lot of joints. We can see those lines, right? And in the upper jaw, like over here in the skull, we have the joints that can't move, and we call them as the immovable joint. The only joint that is there that can move is the mandible, right over here. That is a lower jaw. That's the only thing that can move. Very good, everyone. So are we clear with all of this? Right? Are we clear with all of this? Quickly give me a thumbs up. And after that, we will be starting with a treasure hunt. Yes, we'll be starting with a treasure hunt also. Yes? Quickly, everyone. Very good. I can see lots of thumbs up and lots of crystal clear. And here we go to our treasure hunt. So the rules of this treasure hunt are really very easy. Of course, it's a treasure hunt. We'll be moving from one place to another, and of course there are a few rules, and let me just read out the rules for all of us. There are 8 levels. We will be answering, we'll be asking a question, and as we answer the correct question, we'll be moving ahead. Yes, we have to answer the question to go to the next level, and if we answer all the questions correct, we'll be moving ahead. Okay, here we go everyone. Are you ready? I can see a lot of thumbs up, and here we go. With the very first question, right? So we should have our character also here. And here we have the very first question. And the question is over here. How many bones do you think are present in the skull? Oh, I answered that question. Quickly, everyone. Yes, I can see the correct answers already, everyone. How many bones we have in the skull? How many bones we have in the skull? Very good. The number of the bones that we have in the skull is? Awesome. The number of bones that we have in the skull is 22. So that's absolutely the correct answer, and the mandible over there is the immovable joint, right? Of course, it will not be it will be moving. Yes, that's the only part which will be moving over here. Very good. So let's move out over there, and this particular, our friend will be moving ahead. Next question, everyone, on your screen. Could you guess where we have the smallest bone in our body, right? The smallest bone in our body is where? Again, it's a very, very easy answer. You have to name the bone. Can I write the name? Just the beginning part of it, right? Name the bone. It starts with S. We have T, A, P. I can see the answers is the stapes, right? That is the smallest bone in our body that is present in the ear. Very good, everyone. Awesome. Very good. Now let's move ahead to the next question. Okay, here we go. Hi, I'm a group of bones. I remember when you have a bad posture. Who am I? So this particular bone, right, the group of bones will remember our bad posture. For example, if I'm sitting like this or like this forever, they have a muscle memory and they will remember it, right? I can see the answers quickly, everyone. There are a group of bones that, of course, they will remember the bad posture. Who am I? Yes, I'm the spine, right? So spine will remember your bad posture, right? So it's really very difficult for us to correct our postures, right? For example, if you're sitting like this, and if you have a back pain, then of course the doctor will tell you, you have to sit properly. But it will take a long time for you to come into that particular position. That's why all of us should have the proper correct posture. When you're standing, your back should be up, right? Should be straight. When you're sitting, you should sit in a certain way. Very good, everyone. Like, it seems like that we'll be able to, move quickly to our treasure hunt. Very good. From here, the gamer is over there, and let's see the next question. Very good. Claps for all of you. Next question over here. Do you know of any bone that is not connected to another bone? Yes, tell me. Do we have a bone? We discussed about it, right? Which is not connected to any bones, right? Which is there in the base of our tongue also. Very, very good. That is the hyoid bone, right? Over here. Hyoid. At the base of our tongue. Very good. That is the only bone which is not connected to any other bones. Not hybrid, not thyroid, is the hyoid. Very good. We are moving really very quickly. Moving to the next question. Very good. Floating ribs, no. Floating ribs will not be, because floating ribs, if you talk about it, right, they are still connected to the backbone. Yes? When we talk about it, they are still connected to the vertebral column. Yes. So that's the correct answer. Moving ahead to the next question. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Few more questions remaining, everyone. Few more questions. Here we go. Hey, I'm a floating bone. Do I know who I am? Of course. That's the answer, right? Of course, you're talking about the floating bones, and from here only we can get the answer. Floating ribs, yes. Bone number 11 and 12 of the rib cage are the floating bones, right? They are not connected to the sternum and they are floating. They are attached from the back, right? And they form like this. Very good. So that's 11 and 12 bones that we have in the rib cage. Very good. Moving ahead to the next question. Oh, this is really very fun, right? So much fun we have. Next question. I am the largest joint in the body. Think about it. We're talking about the largest joint in the body. Think about it. Who am I? Talking about the largest joint. Yes, the largest joint will be there where we have the largest bone. Yes, and what it includes? Very good, very good. I can see the answers, but I want to name of the joint, right? Of course, the knee over here, right? The knee that we have, so not this knee, that's elbow. The knee have the, it's the largest joint, right? And it has three important things. It has the, femur. It has the tibia and of course the patella. Right over here, these three, okay? So in the knee we have femur, tibia and the patella that will be forming the largest joint. Are we clear with this? Yes, are we clear with this? Thumbs up, very big thumbs up everyone. Yes, of course, very good. We have the hinge joint there. Yes, yes. Crystal clear, awesome. Moving to the few last questions, right? Here we have, I am the hardest substance in the body. Who am I? Now, I'm sure we haven't discussed it, but it is very interesting and a common thing we all have been learning from class 6. Right? Very good. Very good, Bala. Yes, it's not the bones, right? It's not the bones. The hardest substance is not the bones. It is either the teeth, right? Very good. I can see the correct answers. And we call it as the enamel, right? Over here, enamel, right? It is present in our teeth. That's the hardest substance. Yes. Okay, I can see a very interesting comment, that the skeleton looks really very good. Yeah, with all the movements that we have. Yes. Teeth are as hard as diamonds. Yes, absolutely correct. So this was a trickier question, but yes, we got the answer for that. And now everyone, moving to the last question, I guess, or second question, the whitest part of the teeth also. Very good. Yes, the dancing skeletons. Here we have the next question, that is, can you guess the number of bones that we have in our arms? Think about it. We talked about it, right? In our arms, how many bones we have? Yes. I can see the answer, 64. Now, can you quickly count it and tell me how we have 64? In both the arms or in one arm? In both the arms, right? We said arms. So there are two arms. So we have the collarbone, right? The shoulder blade, humerus, radius and ulna, total of 5. 5 plus 5, 10. We have bones over here in the wrist, on both the hands, total of 16. Carpals, metacarpals and phalanges, total of 38 bones. So the total is 64. Very good. Very good. So if I write over here, 10 bones that we have in shoulder plus arm, 16 we have in the wrist and 38 bones we have in the hand, like over here. Right, just be write it over here, shoulder and the arms. Okay, total is a 64. Very good. So now the homework will be, you have to find out the number of bones that we have in the legs. Okay, that's an extra homework for you guys. You have to find out the number of bones that we have in the legs. Yes, we'll be looking at the skeleton once again. Don't worry. Yes, we'll be looking into that. Now let's move ahead to the last question, right? We are running out of time. So let's quickly wind it up, everyone. The last question that we have over here is, we were babies, right? We all were babies, right? And now we have grown up. Do you think the number of bones we have in the change, right? How many bones we have now and how many bones we have when we were babies? So basically this question is asking the total number of bones we have in adult human and the number of bones in the infant babies. Yes, infants basically. So 206 bones in the adult and 300 bones in the baby. We have 206 bones in the adult and 300, let's look like 8. We have 300 bones in the baby. In the babies, right? So remember that. Very good. So are we clear with this? And let's see. Finally, we have our skeleton. Drum roll, everyone. Yes, I'm just giving the sound effects to it. Yay! We did it right, everyone. We had an amazing session, right? And before we go back, we'll be quickly revising it all. So I will be showing you the skeleton once again. Before that, you know that we have got you covered. It's a very important thing for you to believe that we are there for you. Thank you for coming up to these amazing sessions, right? And of course, don't forget to hit the like button for the video. Share with your friends and subscribe to your channel, right? We'll be having so much fun. And of course, before we go ahead to the skeleton, right? There's a link of the free class trial, right? You can try that out. Now, can we have the skeleton along with us? Yes, over here we have. Let me just come back. And we will just say the final sign off to you guys. So of course I'll be coming up with the green cloth, right? And of course you can't see me. So over here we have, you can see my hands. So over here we have Mr. Skeleton, right? And yeah. So I hope that you enjoyed the session. Let's quickly revise it once again with this, right? So can you tell me how many bones we have in the human skeleton? Quickly. Yes. Yes, now of course you can see my hands. Very good. So let's quickly revise it once again before we go ahead. It's really very important. Total number of bones are 206. Skull has the bones which can't move. So it has a joint called as immovable joint. Then we have the mandible over here that can move the lower jaw. Right? The lower jaw that can easily move. Let me just cover up my hand also. Yes, over here we have collarbone, right? We have the shoulder blade, we have rib cage, we have hand bones, right? Of course, we have the hand bones that we have over here. Now I'm just over here. We have the we have the humerus, we have radius and ulna, we have tarsals. Sorry, we have the carpals, metacarpals, and the phalanges. We have 24 pairs. Right, of course, 24 bones in the rib cage, and we have 2 floating bones, right? Yes. Very good. 1 minute. So we can come back to that part later. And yeah, we are here back again. That's the magic we have. We have the vertebral column, right? It's really very important for our body support. We have the pelvis. We have the humerus, right? We have the humerus. Right, and we have the kneecap, patella, humerus, then we have the tibia and fibula, right, tibia and fibula, sorry, and we have tarsals, metatarsal, and phalanges. So, we will be sharing the, we will be sharing the notes with you, so you can definitely go and read out the names, note down the important things, and you can do more research. Yes, everyone, are we clear with that? Yes, I am lefty. Yes. So homework question is how many bones we have in one leg, right? And write the names of the bones also. So it cannot be an easy homework, right? Write the bones that we have in the leg and name them and write in the comment section below. With that, everyone, I would say bye-bye to you. There is another session and the teacher is waiting. I hope that you have enjoyed the class and I hope that you have learned, right? Apart from having so much of interesting fun in the class, I hope that you got the concept, you are familiar with how the skeleton looks, right? How this whole skeleton looks, how inside our body we have this whole skeleton, right? And how it works. Yes? So quickly a thumbs up, and you can revisit this session. Yeah? You can share it with your friends so that, you can learn more and they can also learn along with you. Yes, you will be getting the session PDF. Awesome. A thumbs up, everyone. We will be meeting next time, right? Revise all the things. Keep on revising it, and we'll be meeting in next class. Aishwarya ma'am is feeling a lot better. Ma'am will be back really soon in the class. Yes. I will tell ma'am that you were asking about her. Yes, everyone. On that note, lots of love. Lots of love from my side, and of course, thank you. Let's just say thanks to Skeleton for helping us during the class. Yeah, it's still shy, but yeah, it's okay, right? And let's say bye-bye. We'll be meeting next class, right? Hopefully very soon. Bye-bye, everyone. See you in the next class.